Here with head coach Bobby Barbier, the Demons. A very interesting week, only 5-game week of the season, but set up a little differently. Tuesday night at home against LSU-A to finish up an 8-game homestand, then a trip to the Pacific Northwest to face Oregon for 4 games. And coach, we'll start with the end of the longest homestand of the year, Tuesday night against LSU-A. Second time facing the Generals this year, but I would assume your team is in a much different space than it was a month ago when these two teams played.
I would hope so. I hope their team probably is too. Just a better team, I mean, it's getting better as the season goes along, like we hope we would, and like I think we are. I think both teams should be in a better spot. It was a really tight game last time. Chase pitched his tail off, which kept us in that game when things really weren't going well. So I expect the same thing. I think we're going to treat it a little differently as far as more of a staff day with using Chase on the weekend and kind of maneuvering him to being able to use in more conference games as those get coming close. So, how do we react when that happens? How do we react when it's a staff game and we've gotten such good starts and we can almost count on that starter being in there by the 5th or 6th inning? And now we have different guys pitching and it's a different type of deal, and I hope we're mature enough to handle it.
Well, offensively, you should be, because last time these teams played, you had maybe 10 at-bats under your belt for most guys, and some guys a lot less than that. Now you're up at that 60, 75 at-bat mark where guys are starting to get comfortable, and I think we're seeing more of that. We talked about it last week, better swings, better at-bats, fewer foul balls, just signs that people are settling in.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I think you could see it. You could see it coming a little bit. At-bats getting a little better, not missing those 3-1 fastballs and fouling them straight back, and it's been nice to see. Now can we just take it and do it every day, and I know I'm not naive enough to think that we're going to play well every game, but can we come with the same intensity every day, with the same focus, with the same intention of the work beforehand? We get, I don't know if it's smart or not, but in our sport, we're there for 2 hours before the game starts to get our work in. So can that be done well every time and with great intention? And we're showing as a team that we set a standard for that. Now can we keep and protect that standard?
Well, there will be great intent and a crazy travel day later in the week going out to Oregon. And these are the kind of moments that I know you like to get for the guys. It's great competition, one, but it's also a chance to go to a part of the country that some of these guys, those of us who were here in 18, went a few miles north of Eugene, but those who weren't get a chance to go to maybe a part of the country they've never seen.
No doubt about it. When I played for Mitch Gaspard, they took us to Wichita State and went to A&M, went to different places that I had never been, and I've never been to play at Eugene. Went to Corvallis, obviously, in the regional year. So it'll be good. It'll be a good trip. Get guys back away from home. Really good competition, obviously. Pac-12 school that does its job. Weather will stink, but that's okay. We gotta be ready for that too. As we go on. So it'll be good to get the guys out, play a really good team. 4-game set on the weekend, which we hadn't done before. So probably use that bullpen. So guys that throw tomorrow will have to bounce back again for the weekend. So it'll be a lot of fun.
You'll go out there with a pitching staff that, as you mentioned, it's done the job. And when you look at that, you talk about the reward, putting in the work before, but it's got to be good to see those guys get rewarded for the work they put in.
No doubt about it. And they've worked extremely hard. Just seeing like Chase Prestwich, taking him out of the role that he was comfortable in and to come in and do what he did in a different type of role. That's maturity, and obviously Cal and, Alex have been great. Fro's been great in the back end. We've got some fantastic strikeout to walk numbers. And Drayton Brown, I know he has stats like I've never seen. I think he's given up 27 base runners and 22 have scored, which maybe you shouldn't let him score. But at the same time, if he keeps the walks down and the strikeouts up, those things are going to work out for him. He's pitched on a couple tough days, the wind blowing out, and it's just encouraging to see those guys move forward and keep the work as they've been going. Dawson Flowers, another one who's been fantastic out of the bullpen the last 2 times out. Proud of those guys. Now can we sustain? Can we keep working? Can you work well when things are going good? Can you work well when things aren't going so good? And hopefully we can keep doing that.
And you'll have another challenge this week, and you talk about it, these non-conference series when you play the South Al opening weekend down there and those teams and the teams in Sugar Land next week. This Oregon team is going to be a challenge because it's something you've said, it may expose some flaws. The ball's going to move a little faster. You're going to see where you are.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at them much at all, so I don't know if they play a West Coast style of offense or if they, like to bang it out, and anything about them. We're pretty focused on Alexandria right now, but it's it'll be when you play teams that are that are perceived to be bigger conferences. Like you said, the ball moves a little faster sometimes, but I think our guys will be ready.
Coach, thanks so
you.
much.